I catch myself, along with other people, desiring to be in a relationship, desiring to be with my person. However, that desire that I'm looking for, that feeling that I crave, is love. And I want to talk about self love and how self love is very important and very abundant before you hop into relationships. See, when you love yourself enough, you understand what it is that you want from another person, what it is that you need from this other person, that you can provide for yourself. However, when you come together in a relationship with another person, you choose to be with this person because they complement you. They are not your source of happiness. However, they are a happy part of your life. They are somebody that you can trust, you can confide in, that you can talk to. And that person is someone who respects your boundaries. Respect is a very crucial thing that you must establish early on in a relationship. Otherwise, relationships tend to spiral later on from certain things that came up from the beginning of the relationship. If you don't address certain things and you allow them to continue, the cycle will not be broken just because a few months later you decide to talk about it when it was presented within the first week. You allow behaviors to go on for so long that people deem it as natural. This is what they're naturally doing. And if it affects you and you want to talk about it, you must tell them in a manner that doesn't build resentment. Because if you let it prolong, it builds resentment. It builds being upset. And when you don't understand how to communicate and talk to other people, that is a fault on yourself because you do not have the respect for yourself to advocate for yourself. That's where self-love comes into play. Self-love is such a beautiful thing because you yourself are always with yourself 24 hours of the day. You're not with anyone any more than with yourself. And being by yourself, you have to understand the positive thoughts and the negative thoughts. We will not always be positive people. Positivity isn't a continual thing until you have achieved true peace within yourself. And achieving true peace within yourself comes with being with yourself and knowing how to navigate through these negative emotions that we feel. Negative emotions are completely normal, and you shouldn't beat yourself up about having them, but you shouldn't allow them to engulf you, to overtake the image of yourself, how you perceive yourself. Because the mind is a powerful thing. If you believe thoughts to be true, you will embed that expectation within your brain. You will wire yourself to believe in that thought, and that thought will carry itself throughout every situation that you do until you cannot break free of believing in that negative thought because you let it fester in your mind. You believed it to be true, and so it continued without any restraints within your mind. Not allowing yourself to be succumbed to negative emotions and allowing yourself to truly be in the moment, in the present moment with yourself, navigating through all the things that you think about and how to quite literally tackle it from the source. These negative thoughts are put into your mind because you have a certain attachment to a situation, an emotion or feeling that you don't know how to escape. What is the root cause of this? Figure out within yourself what is the one thing that is causing you this most distress, the most pain within this negative thought. I can say, for example, me, the negative thought that I have is that I really don't know how to give love to people. I am overbearing when it comes to being gung-ho about a specific person that I choose to be with. And when I want to be intimate and on that level with that person, I want to give freely. So much so that it may be overwhelming to certain people. It may be too much at the time. But I know that within myself and how I love myself and see myself and know about me, it doesn't deter me from pursuing relationships. It doesn't deter me from giving love to people even when they don't deserve it. And knowing how people deserve your love is all depicted on your reactions to their response to what you give them. You can truly tell if a person is meant to stay in your life due to how they behave, their actions, and how they treat you as a person. You'll see their priorities and what they choose to interact with you with, and how they go about having conversations, let's just say base communication with you. That is very easily portrayed and picked up on if you are receptive to how they are as a person, if you see it, if you have your eyes open enough to understand this person. So understanding that that is how I behave, and I've accepted that I am this type of person, I know how to give out and receive love in the way that I desire. Yet it comes with an emotional expense at times that I need to get a better grasp on, that I need to see that relaxing, allowing things to flow naturally, not just go with the flow, because that is a different thing, but flowing naturally, allowing things to happen at their own rate without the accelerated pace that I bring. I feel like I'm a stimulus at time. I put forth so much energy into it that I want it to quite literally progress faster. And it's not terrible, but it's not beneficial when people do not know what they want, when people don't believe to be ready for that intensity. And that intensity comes with choice. I must choose the right time to go about this overwhelming feeling that I get whenever I choose to be with someone. And along with yourself, you have a part of yourself that you're attached to that you must figure out, okay, this is the type of person that I am. How can I work through this? How can I use this as a strength rather than it being a weakness? How can I navigate through this situation so that it in turn is a positive aspect rather than a negative thing that is holding me back, that is chaining me to the outcome that I've already experienced? Because we like to think about the past a lot. We like to compare and contrast, and we see things and we believe things are going in a certain way from our past experience, that we allow ourselves to think that, oh, it's all the same, it's going to happen again. If you don't let go of your past or learn to work through and navigate from your past, you will constantly be held back from it. Take it by example from me, because I know that experience. I know what holding yourself back is. I know what holding yourself back feels like. And it's not a thriving environment that you want to bring yourself through. You have to detach yourself from the past because you can never go back to that state. You have to live in the now. You have to live in the present. You have to know that this is the right time to give yourself the attention, the love, the care, the cadence that you desire to give to these other people. You must love yourself so much that you don't allow what other people do to you to affect you, to take you outside of yourself, and to allow you to act in a manner that is not you. You must stay true to yourself at all times, because you are the only person that is yourself. And if you allow people to walk all over you, if you allow people to take you to a place where you've never been or you've been before and you don't like it, that is a self-control part on you. You need to create that barrier, not of reflective of other people, but that barrier, that strength within yourself to know that these situations don't yield a reaction. These situations, a lot of times situations don't even need a reaction to them anyway. You can take the situation in, internalize it, and figure out what it is that you need to do moving forward. Because if you give everything a reaction and it's always on the whim of an emotion, even if it's like negative emotion, it will not turn out good. I promise you, it will not turn out good. Negative emotions, anxious emotions, doubtful. You must allow yourself time to truly think and process the situation. And with doing so, you'll understand yourself more. Be with yourself. Talk to yourself. Understand that you are exactly where you're meant to be in this given moment. And in this given moment, you have more time to love yourself. You have more time to improve from the person that you are embarrassed to be. You have time to improve from the person that you do not want to be. You can be anyone, absolutely anyone that you want to be. I'm not saying you can morph into people, plastic surgery. Stay true to yourself. That is the key to all of this. Stay true to yourself and know that you deserve the love that you want to give to everyone else. That love is abundant within you. You must find it and remain true.